Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to a surprise broadcast. Didn't plan on doing this one tonight, but just wrapped up watching the season 2 finale of The Mandalorian with my mother, who hadn't seen it yet. And she was really pleased with the big surprise, as most people were. So that's pretty cool. But came back in and realized I haven't done a video about the new Snake Eyes film. Now, I grew up on G.I. Joe. Got the comics, got the toys, and by far Snake Eyes was my favorite of all the Joes. But everybody's favorite was Snake Eyes. And I mean, it's a great character, a great look, and it's fascinating to me to see them relaunching the G.I. Joe franchise and doing it basically the Marvel way. I mean, they're taking one character, and yeah, they're introducing some side characters, but they're going to build the new universe the right way, and I think that's really smart. I think Snake Eyes is one of the stronger characters. They could do Storm Shadow. There's a couple others. I believe there's a Lady J movie in the works. I think that's what it was. But anyway, this is Snake Eyes. It stars Henry Golding, who was in The Gentleman, and we've also got Samara Weaving as Scarlet, Ursula Corbero as the Baroness, Andrew Koji as Storm Shadow. And if you are a big fan of G.I. Joe and the Snake Eyes character, this won't surprise you that we're getting Hardmaster, played by Iko Uwais, and Peter Mensah is playing Blind Master, who are both a big part of his training and whatnot. So it looks like it's going to be a pretty big movie, but let's take a look at it. Let me share my screen, and I'll talk about it as we go, but let's pull this up here, go to full screen, and go.
Every warrior has a beginning. I'm on a new level. For 6.
All right, I think it's fascinating that we're doing the Snake Eyes before he loses his voice, which is brilliant, because otherwise we would end up with a non-talking lead character, and you've got Henry Golding, who's a very good actor. So this should be a lot of fun to see, and to see him growing up and his origin. Also, that was a lot of action to start a trailer with.
100 years, our ninja have brought peace to the world. I need warriors like you. Join us.
What do I have to do? The journey from here is yours to decide. But that is just the beginning.
All right, they had to show us the mask. Even if he doesn't wear it for more than a few minutes, they had to show us the mask, at least in the trailer. So we know he's building towards that character. The silent interlude character, yes, one of the greatest comics ever made. The G.I. Joe episode, Silent Interlude, written by Larry Hama, and it's an entire silent episode. And yeah, Snake Eyes, that just shows you how amazing it is he can carry an entire comic without saying a word.
On a new level.
So July 23rd, that's another film that might get me back in the theaters, which is pretty cool. That's a huge thing, getting people back in the theaters. So movies like Black Widow, Snake Eyes, any of these big budget films that'll get people to be in the seats, that's amazing. That's what we need right now to get the theater market back. But they also released this thing, the 5 things you probably didn't know about Snake Eyes, and I figured I'd run that as well.
in the G.I. Joe comics. Snake Eyes is one of those characters that had kind of a mysterious past. It was famously known as the Silent Ninja.
This is morning light.
Larry Hama really blossomed the character within an issue.
Okay, see, they're talking about it right here, silent interlude. And the fact that they've got Larry Hama on set, that right there tells me this is going to be good, because basically Larry Hama is what made this incarnation of G.I. Joe so amazing. There had been G.I. Joe before that. There was one version that was outer space, Super G.I. Joe. There was the straight military G.I. Joe. And then Marvel and Hasbro came up with this line, and it was a home run. And it's mainly because of Larry Hama. You know, his writing, his crafting of this universe, and what he did with this issue. So let them tell you about it.
Called The Silent Interlude, which had no words, just pictures.
When I did the comic, I made it character-centric. I came up with the backstory of Storm Shadow, takes Snake Eyes into the clan.
Larry Hama created the modern-day version of what we know G.I. Joe to be.
We try to find a balance between what is pre-existing G.I. Joe lore, but also finding a way of updating it, giving people more.
Yeah, that's really cool. Again, the fact that Larry Hama is there on the set tells me that they're going to be as close to the good stuff from the comics as possible. And that excites me.
That opened up a world of opportunity.
Let's do the origin story before he's lost his voice.
Let's go.
Shooting in Japan was super important for driving the story.
When you go to Japan, there's some energy that you pick up from actually being there.
I'm super excited for people to see what we're building. This is literally a stepping stone into the G.I. Joe universe.
All right, that right there is what excites me the most. That it is a stepping stone into the G.I. Joe universe. The other films they did, they were campy. They were okay. They never had the gravitas that the comic has. These guys seem to be treating it right. I love seeing it. And I love that it's Paramount, because that means that they're going to focus on this and treat it like it's their MCU or DCEU. This is their big thing. And, you know, so they're going to push it and try to make it the best possible. And I can't think of a better character to start with than Snake Eyes. Like I said, I believe there's another one in the works. I want to say it was Adrian Palicki, or that's gonna. All right, normally I wouldn't do this, but let me. Yeah, there's a talk of a Lady J movie. Oh, I'm sorry, a Lady J TV series. So it looks like they're trying to build the universe the same way. This was reported back at the end of February. Yeah, and it's in the works at Amazon. So this is another way they could build similar to the MCU. If you build Snake Eyes here and other characters in the TV universe, you know, come back over here and take one of the bigger characters and just kind of build it that way back and forth. Maybe Flint gets a series, or, you know, Duke or something like that. I'm having a hard time remembering all the names. It's been a long time. G.I. Joe's been off my radar for a long time. So, but this is going to get me back excited again. So, Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe Origins. Now, I know Some of you may cringe at the idea of the word Origins because of X-Men Origins Wolverine. But let's not think of it that way. Let's think of this as it's going to be an amazing Snake Eyes movie and hopefully the start of a new universe to play with. Because the more cohesive universes we have out there, the better movies we're going to get. The more movies we're going to get. And I am all for good movies. And getting back to the theater and seeing these big budget action films. So, yep, I'm all over this one. So what did you guys think? Please, in the comments below, tell me what you think. Are you looking forward to Snake Eyes? Henry Golding's a good choice. You okay with the fact that they're going to tell us a story before he loses his voice? The fact they say that in the behind the scenes tells me that he's going to lose his voice. So going forward, it'll be a different situation. But here he has his voice. And we're going to get Storm Shadow, we're going to get Scarlet, and we're going to get the Baroness. So this could be a lot of fun. All right, guys. There's a lot of other news going on. I know the Warner Media and Discovery merger is huge. I'll deal with that tomorrow on the Dan Wickline Show over on The Experience at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. There's a couple Marvel teaser things. There's a Loki one where we meet Mobius and Mobius. There's also a Black Widow scene released showing her and Yelena Belova working together. So there's all of that. And there's also a trailer drop for The Lost Symbols, which is a new TV series based on Dan Brown's Robert Langdon character. I'm a huge fan of that series. I've read all the books, and I've enjoyed the Tom Hanks movies. It'll be interesting to see what they do with the TV show. It worked really well for Jack Ryan. So maybe they can do it with Robert Langdon. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Just wanted to come on and talk about Snake Eyes. Again, in the comments below, please tell me your thoughts, what you think about the movie. Are you excited about it? Did you even know it was coming out? Did this just come out of left field? Also, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe buttons. It would help me a lot. I'd appreciate it. And let me know what other content you guys want to see. Now that I'm doing the Dan Wickline Show on The Experience, I'm not going to leave this channel alone. I'm still going to do stuff on the off days, stuff like that, like trailer reviews and things like that. So, and Pop Go the Writer still continues with our special. This Sunday we'll be doing another Mannix episode, season 2 of Mannix. So if you haven't caught up, catch up. You can come join us on Sunday to talk Mannix with Natasha and I. So everybody have a great evening. Have a good week, and we'll talk soon.